while that's cooking, we're going to go ahead and start on our dessert. Now, like I said, I'm just using a regular medium roast coffee, instant coffee for this, but it calls for a dark roast, or you can even use an espresso coffee for making this if you want. Just take a little bit of the coffee and dissolve it in some water. Okay, let me get another mixing bowl here. And let's see, oh, actually, I've got it in here already. There it is. We can edit that part out. Forgot about that. Okay, just grab you a single tub of whipped topping. Just make sure that it's thawed out and it's not frozen while you do this. And also make sure that the coffee cools down before I add it, because if you take it while it's hot and add it to it, even if it's frozen or if it's not frozen, it'll turn it almost to a liquid. Let's go ahead and just add that in there. And this is, like I said, if you want to do a variation instead of just having just regular coffee, you can do Irish cream to this. That goes really good with this cake. Okay. Let's mix that all in there. Where it's nice and fluffy there. Okay. Okay, now the cake itself, you can use, any box. So I just used regular, chocolate cake. And we're using chocolate buttercream for this. You want to just cook off 2 8-inch rounds. Okay. Just take your bread knife. Put that out of the way there. And cut that right in half. Now some people tell me they had a hard time cutting one of those in half. There's actually a simple way of doing that if you don't have an actual cake cutter. You could take like a wooden spoon and put it on each side to lay it down, and just lay the knife straight on that and go across, and I'll give you a nice even cut right there. Okay. Get my little turn wheel here to make it a little bit easier for me. And you want to use about 1/3 of that whip, just to kind of spread it on there. If it goes off the side a little bit, that's okay. Because we're going to cut that other one in half, which is going to give us 4 8-inch rounds with 3 layers of the Mocha flavored whipped topping there. Okay. All right. Spread that final layer on there. Okay. Now I've already had some of the chocolate almond bark. I'm letting it melt down there. So we're going to need that here in a little bit. Yeah, there we go. And you can microwave that stuff too. Put it in a microwavable dish and microwave it at 30-second intervals. And the reason I say that, because if you try to microwave it all at once, what it's going to do is it's going to scorch it, and you're going to have a burnt flavor to it, and part of it's not even going to be melted yet. So just do 30-second zaps, mix it a little bit, and just keep doing that until you get to the right consistency. Okay. Now, you can use a spatula to decorate this, which is most people at home do, or as you can see, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I've got a pastry bag with a tip, a quick icer tip, which you can actually get the bags here, and a lot of places, craft shops and stuff, you can get the tips for these. Like I said, I've done this part a little bit now. Now, this does not have to be perfect because we're getting ready to cover this up. The main thing you want to look at is to get it evenly covered, basically all the way over. Okay. So I'm just going to smooth it out just a little bit. Like so. Let me put it. Now, there's a reason I'm putting it on this, because at home you may want to put a plate or cardboard or something under there, because as we start putting the chips on it, they're going to start falling everywhere, of course, but also when we start drizzling the chocolate over it, it'll drip over the side, so you don't want it dripping all over your counter or anything. Now, it calls for semi-sweet and dark chocolate chips. Typically, the dark chocolate is a little bit larger, so I usually just put those on the top. And then I'll put the semi-sweet all over it. But you can actually just buy your own dark chocolate, baking chocolate, and then cut it with a knife. Just shave it down a little bit, and works just as well with this. Okay. I started to call this one Death by Chocolate. Oh yeah, this is one I'll definitely be making for myself come next weekend. Not yet. I've already been told that we will be after they came up and tried the first sample. Yeah, they just went all googie-eyed over it. Okay, now I'm going to start pressing it in there. As you can see, you'll have pieces go flying everywhere. That's all right. This is also one, if you want to get the kids or the grandkids involved, oh, they would really enjoy this if they didn't need it all up before they got it decorated. But I mean, especially when they're doing something for the dads and stuff. Yep. Okay. Now, like I said, just go all the way around the base there. Yeah, this is one, I mean, I'm an absolute chocoholic. And I could sit down and eat this entire cake myself. It's like one of the ladies made a comment, said, yeah, have your cake and coffee too at the same time. It's like, yep, that'll work. Okay. Now just take some up on top. Kind of cup your hand off there to the side where it catches most of it. Seems to work a little bit better. And you can actually put in a little bit of vanilla chips in with this too, if you wanted to. Okay. Now, that should be melted enough. Yeah. Just going to take a little bit of that and just drizzle it across. Kind of get a little bit there on the sides there. Alrighty. Okay. And then to top it off, you just put little dollops of chocolate there, or chocolate buttercream. These are actually little rosettes that I'm putting on this. Like so. Add a little bit of color there. And pecans actually goes really good with this too, if you like pecans. And voila. I guarantee you there's not going to be too many dads going to be turn this down for Father's Day.